This week's Parsha is Parshas Toldos. At the end of Parshas Toldos, we have the story of how Yaakov takes the brachos, the blessings that were meant by Yitzchak to be given to his elder brother Esav, and Yaakov tricks his father, and he takes the brachos for himself. He takes the blessings for himself. These blessings weren't just simple blessings. These blessings meant what the future of Yaakov's progeny would do, how they would live, their prosperity, their wealth. And in the eyes of Yitzchak, the reason why he had decided to give those blessings of wealth and prosperity to his elder brother Esav is because to Yitzchak, the two brothers would act together, complementing each other. He understood, of course, that Yaakov's nature was to be the Ishtam, the perfect man who sat in the tent, who studied Torah, who was pious, and so on. But he thought that Yaakov could not handle what we like to call the real world. He didn't think he could handle the wealth and prosperity and keep his purity intact. For that reason, Yitzchak decides and educates his children in this way, that Esav would be the breadwinner, while Yaakov would be the one who sits in the Beis Medrash and learns Torah and is the role model and teaches perhaps Esav's children. What's amazing about this story is, so Yaakov steals the brachos, right? He gets the brachos, and Esav comes from the field, bringing his father the foods as promised. And as soon as Yitzchak realizes that Yaakov has stolen the brachos, he shudders, a very great shudder. And as he shudders, Esav screams, a tza'aka gedolah, a great scream. Imagine in the emotional tension there, how Yitzchak's entire life, the plan he had for his children was that Esav should be the breadwinner, Yaakov should be the Talmid Chacham, the scholar, the pious. That's how he educated his children for his entire life, to follow that path. When Yaakov stole those brachos, when he stole those blessings and was given wealth and prosperity, and in turn he would have to be the man not only who kept his piety and holiness, he would have to keep them intact despite having to deal with the quote-unquote real world. Yitzchak had to come to an extremely humbling realization that he had made a mistake. He had educated his children in the incorrect path the entire time. He understood that despite the fact that Yaakov got the brachos by trickery, and Yitzchak had thought that he was Esav and he really was Yaakov, Yitzchak understood that that was the will of God. And even after, immediately after having that great shudder, trembling at the great mistake he had made, he was willing to say the following words, Gam Baruch Yihiyeh. He should also be blessed. Meaning that, of course, there's no question, if you try to trick Yitzchak into giving you blessings, and he gives them to you thinking that you were someone else, they're not going to work. It doesn't work that way. You can't trick blessings to go on to you somehow. That doesn't make any sense. If you're not meant to be the recipient, you're not going to get it. But Yitzchak came to the realization at that moment that if this is the way events occurred, then obviously he was wrong. And the proper recipient for these brachos, these blessings, was Yaakov. To have the courage, to have the ability to humble oneself. Yitzchak had led his life in this way for so many years, but as soon as he realized his mistake, he immediately corrected it. He said, Gam Baruch Yihiyeh, he will also be blessed. It's a tremendous lesson. Anyway, on this week's Parsha, we also see, as we spoke of, that Yitzchak requests or asks for in exchange for the blessings from Esav food. Actually, delectable food, according to the verse. So the question is very simple. Why did Yaakov need that food? Does it seem like from the verses that the food, the delectable food, the delicious food, was in exchange of the blessings? That the only way Esav would have gotten the blessings if he brought him food. In fact, we see that Yaakov brings him food and in turn gets the blessings. What's this exchange? Why couldn't Yitzchak give the blessings without the food? Have a great Shabbos.